Hello, my name is Marcus, and welcome to my channel. We are at Epic Universe, Universal Studios Orlando, in Orlando, Florida. This is our first time being able to experience this theme park. I'm so excited to showcase this brand new theme park to you guys. We are staying at the Helios Hotel, so we were able to get preview tickets to showcase the four main lands in the hotel to you guys. So today we are taking a look at the Dark Universe. This was a highly anticipated land, pretty much the first of its kind. I would say kind of like a stepchild to the Halloween Horror Nights of Universal Studios. So let's get right in here, man. It's alive. It's alive. Tell you what, these portals to transfer us into different worlds of Epic Universe will never be known. It's so awesome. God, that is so awesome, man. First glance, you immediately start hearing like the creepy crickets and the howls of the wolves. Its atmosphere changes completely. It looks like in the atmosphere is everything falling apart. It's a crumbling. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yes, it does. Definitely the biggest thing about this land, we were curious if it was going to be suitable enough for our 9-year-old daughter. So, I mean, from what we saw, I mean, it's not too crazy.
You know what this reminds me of?
Or,
Van Helsing. It's like one of my favorites.
Definitely the cool part about Dark Universe for sure is as soon as you enter the land, you are greeted by some of the most iconic characters. Woman on the violin there. You got the Invincible Man on the side here as well, interacting with all of the guests. He had a long line, but I was able to grab at least a little bit of footage of him. I think we should definitely take a note of the music here. The closer we get to Frankenstein's castle, the more intense it gets. Super cool, man, how they were able to plan that out. We're on our way towards the Curse of the Werewolf roller coaster, and I just get the feels this would be a lot more intense if it was nighttime. That's definitely turning into a running theme for this land. It's cool, don't get me wrong, it's very cool right now, but I feel like to get the most out of this specific Dark Universe experience, you should really come here when it's pitch dark outside. But I guess kind of obvious when I put it into perspective, but I feel like it's just worth mentioning for sure. Obvious though, the universal touch is definitely here. The theming surrounding this attraction, kind of that old school, creepy carnival style, it's definitely here. I was so excited to get on this roller coaster, man. So excited. Hey, what's up, y'all? As I've mentioned in previous Epic Universe videos, they do not want content creators filming the ride vehicles at all. So unlike other content creators, I'm going to tell you that I would like to get paid for this video that I'm creating right now. So I'm going to let you enjoy this werewolf video game footage while I talk about the Curse of the Werewolf. It is a roller coaster that is on a turn cycle that has some pretty interesting mechanisms in it. It pushes you forward, shoots you up, turns you around, and it kind of slings you back and forth inside of a house that is owned by the werewolf. There's a particular part in the attraction where it shoots you into a house, and if you look up at the ceiling, you can actually see the werewolf himself coming to attack you. It's almost like a symbolization of his transformation from human into a werewolf, the curse that plagues him. So it was a very, very fun ride. If I had to compare it to any ride specifically, maybe not much so the motorbike from Universal, I would say maybe like a Mine Train, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train from Disney. It's a little bit more intense than that, the Curse of the Werewolf is, but it's just ultimately just a very fun coaster. And if I had to put a rating on it, I would definitely go 8 out of 10. You know, it's definitely going to be a must-do every Epic Universe journey, that is for sure. You know, I definitely recommend it. Hopefully you can get onto the attraction without too much of a wait, especially with Frankenstein and the Dracula ride right around the corner. So hopefully this is the one that won't garner too much of a crazy wait time, but definitely recommend it for sure. Peep the sounds of this ominous, creepy wind wheel translating back and forth. It's super cool, man. All right. right, it is time to do probably my most anticipated ride. That is the Monsters Unchained of the Frankenstein experience. Look at this castle, man. If I had pinpoint a dark version of Cinderella's castle from Disney World, this would definitely be the one. Definitely an ominous, creepy feeling as you walk inside. Man, so freaking cool. As we walk up the stairs here, you're definitely going to realize this is easily one of the coolest line queuing systems I have ever seen in my life. Universal definitely put out all the stops and anticipating leading up to this fantastic attraction. And one of the key players in Epic Universe for sure, 1000%. One of the things I had noticed with some of the bigger content creators from Orlando is that they were forced to leave out a lot of this line queuing, but now the floodgates are open for this, so I definitely wanted to show you as much of this line queuing as possible to show you just how freaking cool it is. I can't show you the ride, but I can definitely show you this part.
Afraid. Darkness lies ahead. Now is the time to abandon hope. I am Igor. My job is to get you through this experiment in one piece. But Igor, I hear you say, where's the fun in that? I agree, you delightful freak. Sadly, this is not that kind of experiment. Look closely. This is a Catacombs Navigation Unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. You sit, Igor still sees you.
Is that everyone? Oh, excellent. I am Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. Today, you chosen few will witness my greatest discovery yet. Together, we will finish what my great-grandfather started. They called Henry a monster. They were afraid of what he had done. But you will see, there's nothing to fear. Show them.
What's down there?
Lower the lights, quickly. These people are friends. See? There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing, better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula! Calm yourself! That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I will destroy you and everything.
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again! Open the doors!
Very cool pre-show leading up to the attraction, but strangely enough, that is the only long form pre-show kind of attraction that leads up in the entire park. We rode every ride in the attraction, and this was the only attraction that has a little pre-show that leads up to it, kind of AKA kind of Rise of the Resistance from Disney. So I definitely feel like I should point that out for sure. Alrighty, my friends, like before, I am about to have to part ways with you as we get onto the attraction. But as you can see, the ride vehicle is identical to the Forbidden Journey in Hogwarts Castle from Islands of Adventures. So it looks very exciting, and I am very excited to show my opinion for this attraction. So let's get to it. Okay, so as everybody saw, the ride vehicle is extremely similar to the Forbidden Journey in Hogwarts Castle and Islands of Adventure. Is exactly like that, except kind of feels like it's on steroids. The first thing I want to mention about this attraction is this is the first dark ride attraction where I would recommend really not involving your kids. Anything under 9, 8 years old, hey man, it's a lot of bodies in here, some zombies, a lot of creepy faces, some vampires, zombies, Frankenstein type monsters. It's creepy, man. It really is. I loved it. This was probably my favorite dark ride in the entire park. Universal really outdid themselves. It's essentially a battle between Frankenstein and Dracula. Dr. Frankenstein is attempting to utilize Frankenstein's powers to manipulate Dracula into being under her control. And it is a fantastic representation of 3D and physical imagery of showcasing a battle between the Frankensteins and Dracula. And it is super cool. Dracula is flying through the castle after he breaks free, turning into bats, turning into monsters, changing regular stuff into monsters to fight for his side. It was a super, super cool attraction, and I cannot recommend it enough. This is definitely going to be a premier attraction at Epic Universe for years to come. This is definitely like a first thing in the morning. Go and ride this one as soon as the park opens, or you're looking at least an hour and a half to 2 hour wait for sure, 1000%. If I had to put a rating on this guy, I would say 10 out of 10 for technological advancement and thrill. I would say maybe a 6 out of 10 for like roller coaster aesthetic thrill. You're definitely not flipping and turning or nothing of that sort, but it is still a thrill ride nevertheless, and I loved every second of it. Go and do this ride as soon as possible. This ride alone is worth the price of admission from Epic Universe for sure. It's just one of the best, honestly. So, of course, we returned to dusk to try to give everybody a different feel of the Dark Universe land. And I can tell you it was absolutely worth it 1000%, man. This is such a cool land, especially at nighttime. Honestly, I think I'd definitely go with my recommendation from the start of the video. If you're going to experience Dark Universe, if you only had one choice, you need to experience it at nighttime. It makes it completely different for sure, 1000%. Periodically throughout the duration of the night, the windmill restaurant turns into the flaming windmill restaurant. It's almost astounding that this section of the park exists in the same theme park as Super Nintendo World. It's almost kind of crazy when you put it into perspective like that. We were hungry. We were just eating dinner, but we needed a snack, so we got some pretzel bites with cinnamon sugar and cream cheese icing. Man, it was okay. Typical theme park food. What's funny is, low-key, I'm kind of appreciating the screams that I'm hearing at nighttime. I didn't hear any screams at all during the daytime, so let me double down on you definitely need to experience this themed land at nighttime for sure. And once again, if you've seen my last two videos, that wraps us up once again. This sucks, dude. I wish I had more to say about this land, as this was definitely one of my personal favorite lands. Man, I don't know if I'm ready to say that Frankenstein was my favorite attraction, but under the pantheon of Disney World and Universal Studios theme park attraction, it's definitely up there. I would put it in the top 10 for sure. I think eventually, after I complete all of these vlogs here, I might do a top 10 this Orlando theme park attractions between Disney and Universal, just in totals, to see where I'm at. But man, I love Dark Universe. I really did. This is definitely unlike anything I've ever seen before. Low-key, it kind of makes me want to really see what Disney could do with a villains themed land in the Magic Kingdom for sure. Makes me all the more excited to see something like that. Man, I really enjoyed producing this part of Epic Universe for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button. And you know also what to do if you want to see more content like this. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am an avid Walt Disney World and Universal Studios theme park enthusiast, but I live in Kentucky. But you wouldn't know that because I'm in Orlando so much. You would think that I lived there, but I don't. You know, I just love these theme parks so much. I just travel back and forth literally every couple of months. So if you want to see more content just like this, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, man. You can follow me at youtube.com/marjack79. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you guys so much for the support. Truly, without you, I wouldn't be able to do amazing things like this. As always, I will see you guys on the next one. We only got one more land to cover. So excited to show it to you guys. So I will see y'all then. Catch y'all later. Bye.